What up, Doug?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I just wanted to take 2 seconds and I wanted to go over my website. Um, I almost was going to be obnoxious and do it on the phone, but this is going to be more fun. How's your day going so far?
I'm technically just getting it started, man. Me and my baby, we slept in a little bit. Just got up. So,
I ain't mad at that. You said you and the baby. You gonna blame the baby, man?
I mean, she didn't. Normally I would be up around 7 to take her to the CDC. Um, but
Is
nah,
that
I
in
just
Child Development Center?
yeah, very, very good.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Um, bro, I told you I just wanted to do something kind of chill, kind of fun. I'm going over my website. I like my website because it's a combination of blog, vlog, and podcast all in one spot. All you have to do is go to themodernblackman.com. You can see all the articles and information that I actually write, I put together, I research, I craft them, and as I develop and build myself as a journalist, you can see my oeuvre. You can see highlights from previous vlogs. And like I said, podcast episodes are uploaded onto the site, at least as of January 18th. I'm trying to make sure it keeps on coming like that. But it doesn't get any easier to see everything in one snapshot, man.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's so easy. I don't know. They said anybody can do it. I hope that you do it. I hope that anyone that sees this video likes, subscribes, and they can get all of the latest updates. I appreciate you, man. You killing the game right now. Did you have anything that you wanted to promote or share with anybody?
Nah, man, I'm just here to have a good time. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Like I said, all I wanted to talk about was the website and just kind of how we as men make things happen. I call it making moves. Um, I use a calendar. I live my life that way. And if I find a better way, I'll certainly do it. But I haven't found a way to be organized and to know what to do and when to do it to keep getting money without a calendar. Have you found a solution?
You said to get money without a calendar. What do you mean?
I mean, I can't keep my life organized without a calendar. I write down some little notes here and there, but do you not use a calendar?
Um, I use a calendar for appointments, um, or anything that when it's given to me, say by my wife, and it doesn't sound like something I care about, I put that on the calendar so I don't have to be reminded about it from her. I can, my phone will buzz like at 5 o'clock in the morning and tell me something that she's going to probably tell me later on that, and I can sound like I know what I'm talking about, or not be like a deer in the headlights. Saying I have no idea what you're talking about. Other than that, from a success standpoint, that I would say anything from a success standpoint would really be a frame of mind. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? If you're driven, I mean, something like memory, you're not going to let get in your way. You know what I mean? If you're driven, I mean, because if all you plan on doing is getting up tomorrow and putting your best foot forward to make the best decision for you and your family, or you by yourself, you're going to do that. But if you're a lazy oaf that would, get up and I gotta, I gotta play my game for at least 45 minutes, then I gotta go find to eat, and then maybe I'll get on that.
Did you say play my game for 45 minutes?
Ain't that all kids do these days?
I don't know, but you think they would plan that? I wouldn't be surprised. That's a good point, Doug. Maybe that is the way. Maybe planning for playing
Oh
your
no,
game is
play.
smart.
They're playing my game. I'm sorry, that might be my accent. I mean, like, playing a video game.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe if because I think that in reference to planning, yes, I think that would be a smarter means to get started, and then yes, you could probably incorporate a calendar so that your plan, at least has you can set dates and boundaries for yourself. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it always starts with a plan, short term, long term, uh, and then goals you set for short term, long term, things of that nature.
I really think you're right. Planning is incremental, sequential, whatever you want to call it. Um, you have to have those short plans and those medium plans to really see your long plan come together. You can't just have a long term wish.
Right, right. I know a lot of kids that that they probably have a lot of skill and they know they can do X, Y, and Z, but they probably have how to go and get that started. Um, what I always tell people is go take a class, Like it's just not that hard to take a class these days. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if a person really cares about their future, then they want some type of credential behind their words because nobody cares that you know how to cut hair. You know what I mean? Like if I'm running a barber shop, I can care less that you've been cutting your cousin's hair for the last 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Let me see the credential that tells me that a professional saw you do it and they certify you.
Yeah.
So that's what I think it should be a good start for people. I know a lot of like conservative people that are really against going to college, and that's where me and them differ at. Because even though um, from a I would probably say from a macro standpoint, having a degree or two, what I'm saying, is really just something to decorate your walls with. Um, but from the short term scheme, if you're trying to get in the game or just trying to get in the door, those things are absolutely beneficial. People need to know that somebody beyond your level has certified you to do those things.
Right. Somebody at the height of your profession or your chosen discipline gave you stripes. And I think that's really teeth in the game. I think that's why people don't value training like they used to. And I definitely think that's why people don't value education.
Yeah, I mean, I think young people don't value education from a very young age because they have to walk past these guys, making money on the corner, like, trying to end their life as soon as possible. They have to walk by that guy, right? And that guy has tried to get them to come out here and make some money with him. And before they know it, that guy's clothing changes. You know what I'm saying? He's not wearing what they was wearing. He's wearing something totally different. He's wearing
Look,
stuff you only might see the rappers. And then a couple years go by and he's doing way better than the rappers. You know what I'm saying? So after 3 or 4 years of going to school, and essentially a person does go to school for free, they don't see the value in it because they're not making any money because they only look at what they want now rather than what going to school is for them in the long term. Because me personally, as a business owner, I'm not hiring anybody that doesn't have any school background. Like I don't care what your reasoning was. Like I mean, I just don't care. You're not going to convince me that because you grew up in this part of the city that you couldn't go to school for the first 12 years of your life.
you're saying that not having a credential is a red flag.
It's a definite red flag for me, especially especially for like an administrative position or a customer service position. I don't want anybody coming in my building telling me that they need a job and they haven't done anything to show me that they're worth the conversation. Because just because you woke up today and put on a shirt and walked into my building because you filled out an application a couple of weeks ago tells me nothing about you.
You
That
have a performative standard, yes.
Yeah. You ever went to McDonald's and really wonder why, how this kid got hired?
No comment.
Okay, well, I mean, I have on many
No. Hold on.
I,
Listen. I
McDonald's.
say that because
I walked into malls. I walked into all
it's
kinds of.
people though. It's not just qualification, man. Like I'm upset about it, and I really feel passionately about it because people are beat the f up. People are dumb now, man. People feel so offended and vulnerable, and they're so defensive. Yet they're passive. Let's talk about this a little bit, man. You done brought it out of me. You know how people like you can't have conversations with people anymore because instead of just having a perspective, it's combative, right? They feel like you're rejecting them or undermining them or discredit. Like it gets to be big fast. Do something with all the words I just said.
Well, I don't think it's a thinking pattern. I think they're recognizing because I am discrediting them. I am downplaying their skill because it's not there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a 17-year-old kid that only has middle school under your belt, what reasoning do I have to let you sell shoes at the Nike outlet? What reasoning do I have to do that? Like why would that be a smart business decision on my part? What I'm simply saying is I don't care about your feelings. I care about the bottom line as a business owner. No business owner gets into any market saying, "Man, all I really want is to make sure that I don't hurt any of my employees or possible employees' feelings." No, that's not how they get it. That's not how they become successful. They become successful by recruiting the best possible candidates and setting them up for success. Because when you do that with the best possible candidate, you don't have to explain to them why you're scolding them, if that makes sense. Like if a youth off the street, let's say they 17, 18 years old, they just got out of high school, they probably have ambition to go to college, they're probably trying to figure out how to afford it. In the meantime, in their mind, they're thinking about going to a JC. That's the kind of kid I want. I want that kind of kid, and only because the fact of the matter is they have a plan for the future. And they may tell me they plan, and I might not necessarily agree with it. But that's somebody I can mold. That's somebody that I can help grow. But some kid that just want to, they go to school, and you ask them, you're asking them questions that you can obviously tell that they don't go to school all the time.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Let's say they're 17 going on 18 and they still don't have a high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still trying to, I'm still trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, oh, well, I appreciate you coming, thank you. But, in all likelihood, I probably won't be calling you back. I'm not the type of person to ever say, I will call you if there's anything further. I'll tell them I probably won't call you back. And they'll ask me why. And I'll tell them, well, son, quite honestly, you need a high school diploma.
Bro, you wicked some with it though. Like you're the ultimate motivator to many young men. And I think that you and I had a lot of success motivating young men like this for years in DC. But as we migrate west, as we get older, and as the world changes, that's not the way. Discipline is not in these guys, man. You know, I had fun for years just working guys out, getting them to engage their body, getting them to stop smoking that ooh wee, and getting them those academic credentials. Those are different men. I hope he comes back, but I'm going to continue. Um, we've been educators for more than a decade. We've had a high level of success. We've worked with a high volume of young men, and I don't think that it's too much of a stretch of an imagination. The world's changed, and our mission is evolving with the world. I wanted to create this episode just to go through some of the features that I have on the site. Obviously, this is entertainment, this is fun, this is media, but it's also information and it's also community. TheModernBlackMan.com is home to the blog, the vlog, the podcast, and more as we grow in 2024 and explore. This is our world. I hope that the next episode is our best episode. Peace.